together with the Minister of Information, the Minister of Defense, government spokesperson, were all here to parley or to meet with members of the top brass. That's the top brass of Operation 3 Years Jotna. They're all here, and the meeting, after hours inside the meeting, it was a closed door meeting, and the meeting has just ended. The Minister of Information just left. We wanted to speak to him, but he said the minister himself, or the IGP, that's the Interior Minister or the IGP, will talk to us. So the meeting is done. They will be coming out, and we will try to speak to them to know what exactly happened inside. 3 Years Jotna, this is a pressure group that is calling for President Adama Barrow to step down. They have applied for a police permit. They want to stage a demonstration or a protest on 16 December, that's this month. So we will hang around and see. They are still coming. They are still inside. The Minister of Interior is inside. I also, officials of Operation 3 Years Jotna are also inside. You stick with us. My name is Lamin Jai.
Can I go behind you, please? Cameraman, thank you.
So this is the situation here at the Ministry of Interior. So today there's been a crucial meeting between officials of Operation 3 Years Jotna and top government officials, at least 4 government ministers, senior cabinet ministers, among them the Minister of Interior himself. He's here. This is the Minister of Interior, of course, here in Kotu. The Minister of Defense arrived a few hours ago. Also, the Minister of Information was also here, who was also part of this meeting. So also have this government spokesperson, Ibrahim Sankare. They were all here to be part of this meeting. So Operation 3 Years Jotna later this month want to stage a protest to demand President Adama Barrow step down. So today, this closed-door meeting was not announced. So sources informed us that there is a meeting taking place here. So we came here to find out what really is happening here. So I think the meeting is done. I can see them coming out there. Those are officials of Operation 3 Years Jotna there. I think I just met their chairman. Good evening. Assalamu alaikum.
Jegal ma suñu spokesperson dina la leral ñep.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. I will then talk to the spokesperson.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Evening, how are you?
How are you, sir?
Fine.
So tell us what happened here today.
Yeah, it's just, as you know, a meeting with the police about our permit issue. That's regarding the 3 Years Jotna purported protest in December 16. So that's the only meeting that we have with them here.
So the meeting, what happened at the meeting?
Yeah, it's just fruitful. We talk on issues around the permit, conditions were laid about the timing and then where to protest.
So I think I have also seen the Interior Minister there. Good evening, sir.
Evening, how are you?
I'm Lamin Jai. Honourable Minister, so today there was a meeting. I'm the editor of the Fatu Network.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. So today this summit, a meeting between you, government ministers, and Operation 3 Years Jotna officials. Tell us, what is this meeting all about?
Well, this thing has been going on, and then there was no dialogue, and we decided that we should at least call them, and then sometimes there's somebody mediating between the government and the 3 years Jotna, who invited us, briefed us of her intention, and also I think she equally did the same to 3 years Jotna, and then we met today. We had a very successful meeting. There are a lot of issues that we discussed, and then with time by Monday, in fact, it's all about their planned protest. And then, as a minister in charge of internal security, it's my concern, and then we dealt with that. That is they've applied for the permit, and then the permit is under consideration. There are certain issues that we think it is important for them to highlight, and this ranges from the starting point of their protest, where they're going to end, the timing. We have to remember that certain time of the day, there are other road users also. These are some of the things. But finally, we agreed on something, and then they are going to further their arrangement with the IGP, who has the authority to issue permit.
So, but then regarding the mediator, you said someone is mediating between them and then the government. Who is this person?
Well, I don't know whether she wants herself to be disclosed at that, but then there is a lady responsible. I don't, okay, if I take permission from her as to her this thing, because I want to also keep that private.
Honorable, this meeting took hours, and then you said there were certain issues that were discussed. Well, specifically, what are some of the issues that have been discussed? Because this,
I said it here because we have to agree on the date. The date is still remains the same. And then the timing of where they're going to start the procession, where they're going to end. And thank God we argue and here, but there's flexibility there. And then we finally agreed, and then IGP will issue a permit, and the timing and everything will be known to everybody.
So a permit, you are saying, will be issued to them?
Yeah, well, surely. We are not, this is a democratic government. And then if people want to go on a peaceful protest, we will surely allow them to go on a peaceful protest.
But the feeling in some quarters is that these people want to burn down the country. Is that the mindset on the part of the government, that these people want to...
What I've seen from them is not that.
What did you see?
Yeah, because they appear to be very peaceful, and all that they are talking is just making peace. Their protest is going to be peaceful, and they also agreed to take certain responsibilities in their protest. So
in the recent months, the government bought some water tanks, hot water tanks, and people are arguing that the feeling or the mindset on the part of the government is that these people are out to set the country on fire, and so the government or the police would crack down on them.
That's a misconception as far as I'm concerned. The plans, when I was even the Inspector General of Police, there are serious arrangements to get all these equipments intact. Because this one will help us, because we are trying to put up a form police unit. I don't know whether you know about form police unit. This is a unit that should be deployed to peacekeeping mission. And the form police unit is just there for righteous. If they are sent, for example, Mali, they are going to go with all these type of equipments. So these are equipments that we are struggling to get from 2010, and we're just getting them now. But it has nothing to do with the planned protest.
But Honorable, for you in person as the new Minister of Interior, some people pointed a finger at you saying, this is someone here, he was the former Inspector General of Police, someone who worked with Jammeh, someone who people like Dabo when they took to the streets. This is the guy who ordered the police to go and crack down on them, and now he's our Interior Minister. People are, frowning at some of these things.
Well, anybody who knows me, knows me to be somebody who maintains peace and also who respect rights of individuals. Okay, I have even formulated a book that will teach the police how to handle crowd in a more democratic society. So that's the question of working. Almost everybody in this country has ever worked with Jammeh. Everybody who is in this country who has never ever worked with Jammeh. We all work with Jammeh. But our dealings with him is different. If we are dealing with him, you deal with him in a professional way, then you are okay. I spend my life dealing in the most professional way.
And there are some people who are saying it is the president himself who should spearhead these dialogues, these talks. Do you agree?
I don't think, because President is always delegated, because President has a lot of things on his head. I don't think he can spearhead this thing. This is not even spearheaded by the government. It is spearheaded by an individual that has said so. It's spearheaded by somebody there is a public spirited individual who feel that all these things is going to affect the country, and she stood up to say, I need to get to these people, both the government and the protesters, to strike a dialogue. And this is not from the government. You know, I only know about this meeting 2 days ago. You know, so that will tell you that it is somebody who is just bringing all these things up, and we appreciate her work, because this. In this type of situation, everybody should go for dialogue. Dialogue solves everything. And I think we're in the right path to dialogue with the 3 years Jotna, and what I've seen from them is very impressive. You know, attitude-wise and their comportment, I think everything will work fine.
Well, finally, aside from you on the government's part, which other officials take part in today's meeting?
Well, it's just the Minister of Information, the government spokesperson, DG SIS, and myself.
I also saw the Defense Minister.
Defense Minister was just passing and saw us, and then decided to come in.
Thank you very much, Honourable
Thank
Minister. I think I've seen the IGP, the Inspector General of Police. I'll also try to speak to him, since he's the one in charge of permits there. IG, good evening.
I will speak to you later on.
IGP, I just want to ask you about the permit.
No, you have already spoken to the minister, and allow him to continue whatever he wants to say.
Yes.
Please.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you. So let's finish with the spokesperson there. So we were talking about the meeting. You are the spokesperson of this group. So tell us there. The meeting, we were talking about what happened in the meeting.
Yes. The meeting, I just told you earlier, we were talking about our permit that we apply since, I think, on the 20th of November, if I got it right. So we are making a follow-up. So 3 days meetings were made with the IGP. So today he decided to have his colleagues around him, so that we will look at the permit issue nationally, because he's an IG given the power to give us permit. But though now it is Jotna is a nationwide issue, so he cannot decide the conditions alone. So he decided to invite some of his colleagues, security personnel, so that we will discuss the issues of the conditions.
But are you confident what you saw in that meeting hall? Are you confident?
Yeah, of course. As you can see, smiles are on all faces that the permit, inshallah, will be given to Jotna to go onto their protest, because it is our right. So our right cannot be being denied by the police unless and until there is another event happening security-wise. But unless and until that happens, so our permit is already guaranteed that we will have the permit to protest on December 16.
But the most important objective, the objective that warranted this protest, is for President Adama Barrow to leave office. Are you confident that you can prevail on him at the end of the day?
Of course, why not? Adama Barrow has said it earlier, which everybody agreed to, that the Gambia belongs to Gambian people, and Gambian people land in 2016. He, the president, now the president land. The then incumbent president also land. So power lies on the hands of the people. If you see that people have lost their confidence in him, why not resign and then leave Gambian with Gambian people? Go back to his business, as originally it's been said. So if Adama Barrow respects the integrity and then the morality, I don't think he will be ready to go to issues that will definitely jeopardize this country or even the governance of the state.
So how is your preparations like ahead of...
In Hygia, nationwide, people are ready to answer to today Jotna's call to come and protest and hold the leadership accountable for the promises and pledges made to them in 2016.
When you say people, is this a large number or is it a small...
That's why I said people of people. So it's nationwide, so I cannot even say 2 or 3 people, but it is nationwide issue. This is why IG cannot even take a decision alone. He has to call on security personnel to decide the permit issue. So it's from carton to coin. Everybody is ready to answer to Jotna's call to hold the coalition leaders accountable based on the promise and pledges they made to them during 2016 elections.
Thank you very much, Mr. Spokesman.
You're welcome.
That's the Operation 3 Years Jotna officials speaking to us there. So there was a summit here today, a very important meeting between government officials, the top ministers in the area of of security. Of course, the information minister was also here, the government spokesperson, and these are the top brass of Operation 3 Years Jotna. They participated in a meeting. They are calling it, of course, a dialogue. They wanted to know what their problems were. They spoke. It was a frank discussion, lasted almost 3 hours, but they are out now. The meeting has ended, and then this group is, there are hopes that they would be granted a permit. They're confident the government would give them, or the police, Inspector General of Police, of course, would give them the permit to go ahead with their planned protest on 16 December. So that's it for this, coverage. Thank you very much for being there. My name is Lamin Jai. Until then, goodbye. Interview la chairman naja mapa. Chairman naja mapa. Okay. Chairman ini mbara bage ngaje bi ale bengo soro jam bengo me alon ko. Nyida ba? Chairman ini mbara itala mu operation 3 years jotna la chairman o te ngaje ko bi alning gamman sakunda nyaton ko lu minister le bemba soro jam membe dending alla gere ko men al kafo afo moli bi alla nyim bengo ala ta nyalil
auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim bismillahir rahmanir rahim la mbe kontona mbe tantula mbe jayila nyim bengo pamet ko len sijang parce que nun ni mitino kele anata fonye aji nata fonye coming nyim bengo lafta kela nyanta kela ben mi alon ko abesi ala police la do ko hotel woton se najang sin security nyaton ko be ni minister nga si nga ko kacha alhamdulillah nata mo beje fana mi alon abe nyin kata kan pour dialogue ning government tema tonya wonata le faya ko ni stade bari nga nyimmi tandala ko tonya dialogue tolte balanna wala folon bari mi en sijam bi wo manke dialogue ti pamet ko len tol sijam nata continuer o pamet wala alhamdulillah government fana la mol mim benta jang iman jutunna iman doya yem buñale nga buñale je buña kumo la fonye ay ji fana mba tentula mba jay la kote ke kabirin na pameto nyim pameto la nyintil sabo nano be kono wato wat naka sile bari aka mi tandina wo mu kulete mi alonko nga wole kanu purunna security nyaton kol be kata wonya because aka mi tandire wole ika mi nyinin ka ila hakole mu inni ole mu inyanta nyinin kala bari niya nyinin ka silang mba kala nyaadi laftanna le wol kacha wo kata nyes kontan baytre ay ji la karola mba fala mole ko pameto wosotal foka bang alhamdulillah rabbil alamin ni kachata pameto la ko wala le pameto sototale insha Allah rabbi tenelungo mobe bajela social media tolo aketa kontano tinye ani gambia dingol be mole amira ko nyinte ke ata kenola bar alhamdulillah rabbil alamin alungo mbetna 10 o'clock katama kata nyin petition dandang bari alhamdulillah nga nyori nyokanne nyin kamala mba commence la daming ani mbe dana daming nte mo batandila han transport malla fi prier bata kay tandi gambia dingol la ko nyimmu kayra kafolde ka gambia dingol karande milbe la nyanto nyin kalantol kola isake ko nga ke nyaming because itol hamum nyin pour nga kacardon ko e bañ ko hani fo nga gambia dingol karande nga kulo itande gambia dingol la aning manya aning responsibility ila banko kan pour nga atamandi ko anyanta tamala nyaming pour sonin sama momo baker isa tamandi o nyam banku din kendo inyanta example kendo le yitan la ila banko kan wala mfana la nyin ko wote wala na ni ya nyori nyokam fo west feeling nga bula silan sidin ko namba ko masaloto kata dentin bridge nyin kamala je bidikati ye niamo be bidiki tayla niamo be bidika sunyala ibe lalto damian bidiki bije so wo be pour gamme kayro soto mole kayro soto akana mo batandi man la nga mo batandi na mol be bijam memo na jatabade sonko anin sise haji anin na keba mi alon ko dem bo jadama anin mbalo alhamdulillah rabbil alamin be gambian ko be kontona be tontula be jayla assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi be fana to kan fat network mbal kontona mbal tenda mbaja because alfana yalla wato birale nyim moy nando albortana mba fulan mbal tentula mbal de malo juma le yal ngorote de bara lam molam
Yes.